So it's a great pleasure to have this delayed opening of the Quadram Institute. I've known Patrick for a number of years. We worked together when we were very young scientists, young professors, in fact. He has been a great national asset, I think, as a kind of challenge, but I knew him as a young scientist, where he was a great scientist as well. So this particular pleasure to have him here, opening this scientist. Patrick is first trained in medicine, and he made his transition, well, not really transition, but his work in science, well appreciated, and his role at Glaxo also, not only his role within government. So he's made a great contribution to science. I particularly like some of his direction of travel and some of the papers I'm on with him when we were younger. A great piece of work, but he really understands, I think, the nature of what we're trying to do here between this interface between food health agenda and biomedicine. And I think that is so important for us as an institute. I'm going to stop now and hand over. Patrick, as I say, a great pleasure. Over to you.
Thanks very much. It's great to be here and great to have an opportunity to look around this fantastic institute. It's really very impressive. And walking around, a few things seem to me to be so obviously important. First is this notion of integration, the idea that you bring together all of the different disciplines and the scientists and all the other people actually beyond the scientists themselves who are essential to try and take an idea from the beginning right the way through to the application. And the notion of from crop to clinic is obviously one that's very attractive. The notion of trying to understand the microbiome, which couldn't be more fashionable in terms of an area of science, or more important actually in terms of where it goes. And the fact that during COVID, many of the people here were instrumental in everything from sequencing through to clinical trials of vaccines and Novavax vaccine shows the power of having a strong, resilient, high-quality science base in a country. And that notion that the science base is fundamental for national security, for national resilience, economic growth, for societal well-being, is to an extent encapsulated in what you're doing here. So it's very impressive, and we've just done a little bit of a tour, and inevitably it's very superficial, but always, whenever I visit somewhere, you get a feel for the flavour of the place, and the flavour here is definitely one of people who want to work together, of people who want to do a societal good with the science they're doing, and who value the fact this is very, very high quality work going on. The other thing that occurred to me as we went round was how old Ian and I are. because not only for the people we met, but every time we got somewhere, we'd have a little sidebar chat about, yes, that used to take us 6 weeks to do once, and of course you're now with various advances in technology able to do thousands of things every day that would have taken a very long time. And it is remarkable how technology has completely changed the ability to understand the world around us and applied in the way they are here. So deeply impressed by what I've seen, deeply impressed not only by what you do here, but also the fact it sits in this research park with all of the other activities. It wouldn't actually be possible if you didn't do that. It would be a lone institute with its wings clipped because it wouldn't be able to do the full thing. So really, really super. And the final sort of thing to say is that I've become very obsessed, and I was planning on doing more on this before I got sidetracked for a couple of years by COVID. But the thing that I'm very interested in is life sciences is not just human health, pharmaceutical sciences. It literally means all of the things that go on in any living organism. And I think it's an area which we undervalue in the UK and haven't really understood the extraordinary jewels that we have, and this is definitely a site which is a very big jewel in the crown of our life sciences industry, and all the potential benefits that brings, as I say, right the way across society, the economy, and resilience and security. So a huge pleasure. And I think I'm going to pull something now.
Well, so Patrick, thank you very much. You need to pull something now.
If I just pull out?
Yes.
What can go wrong?
What can go wrong? Yes. Patrick. These have never been presented. These are never, this is the first of its kind, and probably the only of its kind. It's calling attention to the fact that you're a science communication star.